is new and it's bright and cool. I love you, baby, with everything about me. It's so cool. I wanna love you, baby. I wanna love you, baby. Baby, let's love, 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 love. I wanna take you in my arms and do ya. Baby, let's love, 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 love. I wanna take you in my arms, so I can do ya, do ya, do ya, do ya, do ya. I wanna take you in my arms, so I can do ya.
Lie down, let it out. Pressure too high, got me on the ground. Open my eyes, I can feel it now. Twist up, let it go. Dulling myself with the chemicals. Another long night with my thoughts alone. I'm trying my best, but I'm a hoarder. Gotta find a way to make some space. Building up a wall to make a border escape. So I can carry the weight of the weight of the world in my head. Carry the weight of the weight of the world. So I can carry the weight of the weight of the world in my head. Carry the weight of the weight of the world. Exhale, breathe again. Guess it's a habit to hold it in. Wade in the water, but I can't swim. I'm trying my best, but I'm a hoarder. Gotta find a way to make some space. Building up a wall to make a border escape. So I can carry the weight of the weight of the world in my head. Carry the weight of the weight of the world. So I can carry the weight of the weight of the world in my head. Carry the weight of the weight of the world. Weight of
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Pilates. My name is Katie. I'll be leading us through our practice this morning. When we're ready, we can begin standing at the back of our mats. We're going to begin by building our alignment up our bodies, so we could just take a minute here stacking our feet underneath our hips. We can roll forward onto our toes before falling back onto our heels. And let's get like 3 of these rolls. On the last one, let's settle down into the 4 corners of our feet, pressing our big toes into the mat, pressing our little toes into the mat, each side of our heel. We're going to take a slight bend in the knee. We're going to squeeze those glutes and pull our belly button back in towards our spine. We can set our shoulders back and away from our ears. And then when we're ready, we're going to exhale, hinge at the hips, send those booties to the back of the room. Hands travel down our shins. Fingertips stretching away from our center here, just finding a nice stretch in our lower back. Next, inhale, we work those hands in towards our center. Hands trace up our shins halfway up the thigh. Back stays nice and flat at that top point. Exhale to come back down. Stretching even further this time, sending those fingertips away from our center. Inhaling to come back up. At that top point, back stays nice and flat. Shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale, hinging at the hip, coming right back down. Let's get 2 more here, taking them to the pace of your own breath. Inhaling as we come up, exhaling to head down. Great job, we got 1 more. This time when we come on up, we're gonna inhale, find a circle sweep, send those fingertips up towards the sky. Hinging at the hip, exhaling to come back down, hands come to find the mat. We're gonna make a little tent with our fingers here. We can lift through that left heel, finding a nice big bend in the left knee. Dropping that heel down, we're gonna lift through our opposite foot, lifting through this heel, drawing that knee up towards our chest. We can just alternate marching out the legs here. If it's not feeling great to have those hands all the way down the mat, we can work those hands on up towards our knees and continue to march out from here. This is a great one to take at your own pacing. Just listen into your body. What are you needing today? Where are you holding that tension? You're the expert of your body. Give that expertise some credence here. We're going to be here for another 10 seconds. Then we're going to meet in a full circle sweep, sending those fingertips up towards the sky when we're ready. Inhaling to come on up. Next, exhale, hinging at the hip. Hands come down to the mat. We're going to use our hands to find a little hammock here. Hands finding elbows. We're just hanging our torso down towards the mat, letting gravity do all the work in this stretch here. We can start a little swivel in our hips, going side to side, getting more of a stretch in those hamstrings and our lower back. You can rest your chest down on your thighs, or you can continue the stretch without that additional support. See if it changes how you're feeling. Just check in with your body today. We're going to stay here for another 10. In 3, we're going to find that circle sweep. And when we're ready, we can inhale, send those fingertips up towards the sky. Next, exhale, hinging at the hip. Hands come down to the mat. Let's walk those hands out towards the tippy top of the mat. We're going to find our plank position here. When we're in our plank position, we can drop on down to our knees if we'd like today, or we can pull those, or we can stay in that lifted plank position. From here, elbows come into ribs. We're defying gravity all the way down till we come down to the mat. Then we're pressing up into our tabletop position once we get down here. Hands stacked underneath shoulders, knees stacked underneath hips. We're going to tuck through those toes, lift through the knees, and send those hips up into the air. We can reset our legs in the back so their feet are about hip distance apart. We can take a second here just to walk out our dog, just pedaling those knees in towards our chest. Just taking a second here, finding that stretch through our back. Sending those hips towards the sky. When we're ready, we can return back to stillness. We're going to lift through the left foot, sending those toes up to the sky, opening those hips up towards the sky. If we would like, we can take a bend in that top leg, sending that top heel over our booties, getting more of a stretch here if we'd like. Next, inhale, let's straighten through that leg. And exhale to bring that knee in towards the chest and send that foot to be framed by our hands. From here, we can inhale, open up same arm towards same inner thigh. Sending those fingertips up towards the sky. We can just open up our lungs here for a second, feeling the stretch in our spine. Next, exhale, let's lower those fingertips down towards the mat slowly, like the movement through molasses. And next, inhale, we're sending those fingertips back up towards the sky. Next exhale, let's gently lower back down. And last inhale, sending them up towards the sky. Next exhale, let's plant those hands to the side of our foot. From here we can take a moment, rock back and forth in this position, getting a deeper stretch here. You can use those back feet to kind of let us deepen the stretch, settling into the stretch in our hips. We're here for 5 more seconds. And when we're ready, let's return to stillness together. We're gonna hop or step that back leg forward to meet our front. Once we're here, hands to the sides of our feet, we can inhale to a halfway forward fold, chest goes forward to the front of the room. Next exhale, we're melting back down. Next inhale, we're finding that circle sweep, sending those fingertips up towards the sky. Next exhale, hinging at the hip, hands come down to the sides of the mat. Let's step both legs back, finding that plank position once again. Feel free to drop down to your knees if you'd like to today. From here, we're going to defy gravity. Elbows come into ribs. We're pressing ourselves away from the mat as we're coming down. Great work. Once we're down, we're pressing up into that tabletop position. Hands stacked underneath shoulders, knees stacked underneath hips. And from here, we'll tuck through those toes, lift through the knees, and send those hips up into the air. We can reset those feet if we'd like, and we're going to find our downward dog. Just walking out our downward dog here, drawing those knees in towards the chest, getting a stretch in our legs. Keeping this bend in our knees nice and gentle. We're not fully lowering those heels down to the mat. Let's stay here for another 10, then we can return to stillness together. And in 3, 2, 1, let's lift through that right foot this time, sending those toes up to the sky, opening up our hips. We can drop that right foot over our booties, getting more of a stretch here. Next inhale, let's extend through that leg. And next exhale, draw that knee in towards our chest and foot up to be framed by our hands. Great work. When we're ready, we can inhale, open up same arm towards same inner thigh, sending those fingertips up towards the sky. Next exhale, we're lowering those fingertips down towards the mat. Next inhale, let's send them back up to the sky. And next exhale, we're lowering back down. Last one, inhaling, sending those fingertips up towards the sky. Next exhale, planting that hand to the side of our foot. We're hopping or stepping that back leg forward to meet our front. Already, we're inhaling to a half forward fold, shining those chests towards the front of the room. Next exhale, hands come down to the sides of the feet. And next inhale, we'll find a big circle sweep, sending those fingertips up towards the sky. And next exhale, hinging at the hip, hands come down to the sides of our feet. Let's step both legs back into our plank position. We'll do something a little bit different here. Once we're in that plank position, we can step that left foot forward, hands coming to frame that foot. From here, we can inhale, send those fingertips up towards the sky. Pausing here for just a moment. We can drop that back knee down towards the mat and inhale to lift ourselves through that back knee. We'll keep that back heel lifted if we can. Check in with our lower core here. Are we still pulling our belly buttons back in towards our spine? Great work. We've got 3 more on this side. And last one. Great work. When we're ready, let's bring our back foot to meet our front. We're just floating that foot forward gently. When we're ready, next exhale, hinging at the hip, hands come down to the sides of our feet. We're stepping both legs back into that plank position once again. This time, whatever foot you had forward last time, we're going to bring our opposite one up. And from here, we can inhale, send those fingertips up towards the sky. Next exhale, we're dropping that back knee down and coming right back up. Check in with our core here. challenging our balance as we move through this movement really slow. And we've got 3 more here. Great work. And last 2. And last one. Let's come on up. We're floating that back foot forward to meet our front. All right, amazing job. That's going to wrap up our warm-up. So we can grab some water, then we're headed down to the mat. So for this first series, we're going to find a seated position down on our mat when we're ready. All right, we're pressing those seat bones into the mat. We're going to use our hands to gently find the nooks of our knees. We're lowering our backs down to the mat. We're going to press our shoulders into the mat, and we're going to tilt our pelvis so that our lower back is pressing into the mat. We're pressing our hips into the mat here. Let's keep one of our weights handy while we're in this position. So just to the side of our body where we can easily grab it. Then when we're ready, we can lift those legs up into tabletop. We're going to begin here by just lifting both fingertips up into the air. We're going to just find this tabletop position of exhaling to lift through our head and chest, sending our head and chest towards our knees. Hands coming down to the side of our hips. We're just finding a couple movements here. Just warming up our core, switching those abs on. We've got 3 more just like this. And last one, we're exhaling as we come up. Inhaling as we're reclining back. All right, great work. Let's take that left hand and we're gonna tuck it behind our heads. From here, we're gonna use that right hand to grab our weight. We're sending that weight up into the air above our chest. Keeping those feet in tabletop for right now. We're gently supporting with that left hand, and we're exhaling, peeling our head and shoulders up off the mat. Weight drops down to the side of our hip. Inhaling to recline on back. Exhaling as we're coming up, sending our chest towards our thighs. Great work. Let's get 5 more just like this. As we're doing this, check in with our core. Make sure we're pulling our belly button back in towards our spine, almost like we're trying to pull it down into the mat. Pace this with the pacing of our breath, so we're exhaling to come up, inhaling as we recline back. We're adding on in 1. All right, great work. From here, when we come back up to that top point, we're gonna exhale, flinging our nose towards our knees, lowering that weight down. At that bottom point, let's drop our left foot away from our bodies, pointing through those toes. And as we inhale, pull those knees back into tabletop. Great work. Just take this movement nice and slow. You're doing amazing. We've got 4 more just like this. And last 3. We're just really switching on that core. And last 2. Last one, let's add on. This time we're gonna bring in some movement in that right knee as well. So as we exhale, we're coming up. We're dropping that left foot down. As we inhale, we're switching sides. Great work, you've got this. You're doing amazing. We're almost there. Check in with our lower core. We pulling that belly button back and towards our spine. Great work. We're almost there. As we're doing this, we're pacing this with our breath. We've got 2 more. All right, great work. Let's come back to center. Bring those legs back into tabletop position here. When we're ready, we can drop that left foot down, pointing those toes away from our body. From here, we're gonna rainbow our weight from side to side of that right knee. Keeping our core engaged here. We're pulling our head and shoulders up, keeping that left foot floating. Just dropping that weight from side to side here. And we're almost there. We're here for 10 more. And 5 more. Last 3. And great work. Let's go back to that tabletop. Woo. Nice job. All right, let's lift those legs back up into tabletop. We're sending that weight up into the air above our chest. From here, we're gonna bring our head and shoulders back up, and we're just lifting and lowering through that left foot. You're doing amazing. We're almost there. And 5 more on this side. And last one. Woo, bring those legs back to tabletop. Great work. All right, we're coming back to center when we're ready. So we're just pulling that weight above our chest, keeping those feet in tabletop. From here, we're gonna exhale, send our weight over our knees, pulling our head and shoulders up off the mat on that exhale. As we inhale, we're reclining back. Great work, you're doing amazing. Check in with our lower core here. Make sure we're pulling our belly button back in towards our spine. And we've got 5 more just like this. And last 2 we're gonna add on in 1. From here, let's drop those left toes down to the ground in that tabletop position, in that high heel position, and continue from here. Exhale as we're pulling our chest towards our knees. Inhaling as we're coming back to that reclining position. And we've got 5 more just like this. And last 3. On our last one, we're gonna switch sides in 1. All right, let's switch sides. And we've got 5 more just like this. And last 3. Exhaling as we're bringing our head towards our knees. Inhaling as we're reclining back. And last one. Let's lift those legs back up into tabletop again. From here, we're going to alternate lifting up through the chest and placing that weight around our shins here. So we're just finding a circular movement, moving that weight around our legs, making a little circle. Check to make sure that we're pulling our belly button back and towards our spine here. We're letting our core lift us up into this position. We're not overextending our neck. And we're here for 3 more circles. And 2. and 1. Woo, great job. All right, let's drop those weights. We can give ourselves a moment here. Just thank our core for doing such hard work. And then we're gonna give our opposite side some love when we're ready. So let's keep that weight handy. And we're gonna lift back up into that tabletop position. From here, we can send those fingertips up into the air. We're gonna practice exhaling, sending those hands to the sides of our glutes. Inhaling to gently recline our heads back. And we've got 4 more just like this. And last 3. And last 2, we're gonna drop that weight in 1. All right, great work. When we're ready, let's grab that weight. From here, we're just gonna practice X. We're gonna bring our opposite hand underneath our head to gently support. From here, we can exhale. Lift through our core, drop that weight to the side of our glutes. Inhaling to come up. We're starting here. And we're gonna add on in 5. And 3 more. Checking with our lower core here. Make sure we're pulling our belly buttons back in towards our spine. And last one, let's add on. We're lowering through that right leg this time, extending those toes as we lower that weight to the side of our glutes. We're still exhaling as we bring our chest in towards those knees. And we've got 3 more here that we're adding on. Great work. Last 2. When we're ready, let's alternate both legs now. So exhaling, we're sending that leg down. Inhaling, we're switching sides. Great work, you've got this. You're doing amazing. We've got 4 more. We're almost there. And last 2. We're almost there. Checking with our lower core as we're doing this. Make sure we're pulling those belly buttons back in towards our spine. And when we're ready, let's come back to that tabletop position. When we're ready, let's lower through that left leg, pointing those toes away from, lower through our right leg, pointing those toes away from us. And we're just lowering that weight from side to side of our knee in that tabletop position. We're almost there. This is our second to last movement, and we've got 5 more. And last 3. And 1. Woo! Lift those legs back up into tabletop. We can shake out that core if we want to. Then we're finishing out with our last movement on this side. We can keep that left knee up in tabletop. And that right leg is just getting lifted, toes tucked coming up to the sky, and lowering back down through here. Great work, you're doing amazing. We've got 4 more just like this. and 1. Woo! Great work. Let's drop those weights down. We can take a second here and shake out our core. Thank you for doing such hard work for us. Alrighty, let's bring those hands to the nooks of our knees. We're going to rock and roll on up. Great work. We thank our core for working so hard. Do good stuff for us. When we're ready, we're going to come up to standing. We can grab some water on our way up. I'll put another pull up, but we'll put this one into consideration. All right, we're gonna challenge our balance here a little bit. Let's begin without our weights. We're gonna come to standing position at the top of our mats. Feet are about hip distance apart. Let's begin by working through our left leg. So we're sending that left leg back behind us, pointing through those toes. We're tapping in the back of our bodies to the sides and out to the front. So we're just making a little half circle here. We're just starting here, building up that range of mobility in our legs after doing all that core work. Let's try and keep our legs floating now. So sending that leg back behind us, keeping those toes pointing as we find that full circle around us on the side of us. You can lean your chest forward a little bit. This is just challenging our balance. We gotta embrace the wobble here a little bit. We've got 3 more circles just like this. And last 2. Last one from here. Let's send that leg back away from us. We're gonna kick our legs up to the air once, send that leg out to the side, and then we're finding a knee up towards our chest in the front. So sending that leg back behind us, we're lifting through our leg, sending that leg out to the side, and kneeing up in the front. We're going to keep this one going for about 5. Great work. We've got 4 more. If you want to toe tap out to the side to add in a little bit of that stability, that's totally perfect. This is really challenging our balance here. We've got 2 more. And last one. Great work. When we're ready, let's come back, sending that leg back behind us. We're gonna find 3 leg pumps here. So we're just lifting that leg up into the air behind our bodies. 3 times. Great work. When we're ready, let's take a bend in that knee. We're kicking our glutes towards, or we're kicking our heels towards our glutes for 3. Then we're lowering back down, tapping to the side, and kneeing up to the front. So we're kicking that leg behind us, pumping that leg 3 times, taking that bend in the knee, and kicking our glute 3 times. Toe tapping to the side and kneeing to the front. And let's get 3 more just like that. And 3. And last 2. This is our last one. Let's challenge our balance here. All right, great work. Let's shake out those legs. And we're gonna give our opposite side some love. So from here, we're just gonna start back out by tapping that foot behind us, tapping to our side, and tapping out to the front here. This is gonna feel really good after it was just doing that stabilizing work, getting that leg moving.
like your body, but it's better on me. I like
Great
your
work.
body, so put your body on me. I love your body, put your body on me. So everybody
And let's get 3
can
more
see.
just like
Put
this.
your body on me. I like your body, but it's better on me. I like your body, so put your body on me. I love your body, put your body
And
on
last
me.
2.
So everybody can see. Put your body on me. I like your body, but it's
Last
better
one.
on me. I like
From here,
your
if we
body, so
can,
put
let's
your body on
make
me.
those into fluid circular motions. So just sending that leg back behind us.
Everybody can see. Put your body on me. I like your body, but it's better on me. I like your body, so put your body on me. I love your body, put your body on me. So everybody can see. Put your body
And last 2. From here, let's pump that leg up into the air. We're toe tapping out to the side and finding that knee up to the core position there.
I like your body, but it's
We're almost there.
better on me. I like your body, so put your body on
Let's get
me.
3 more just like
I
this.
love your body, put your body on me. So everybody can see. Put your body on me. I like your body, but it's better on me. I like your body, so
And
put
last
your
2.
body on me. I love your body, put your body on me. So everybody can see.
Last
Put your
one.
body on me.
From here, let's send that leg back behind us. We're going to find those 3 pumps.
I like your body, so put your body on me.
Taking that heel up towards our glute for 3.
Everybody can see. Put your body on me.
Leg comes out to the side and we find that knee up towards our chest. We've got 5 more just like this.
Put your body on me. I love your body, put your body on me. So everybody can see. Put your body on me. Body on me.
Last 4. Check in with our core here. We're working through the balance, embracing the wobbles here. We're almost there. Last 2.
I'll bring you high so deep, so we can feel alive, leave the world behind. Let yourself go.
Great work. This is our last one.
And if we fall, don't forget to just go with the fight. Turn off the lights.
All right, beautiful work. All right, let's shake those legs out. We're gonna head in towards our cool down when we're ready. All right, when we're ready, let's come down to that lying position on the mat. We're gonna press our back into the mat, press our shoulders into the mat. Let each of our limbs find a corner of the mat here. Take a second here, just inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. When we're ready, let's walk both of those feet in towards our booties. We want our feet to be about a palm's distance away from our glutes here. From here, let's lift up through our left leg here, setting that left foot on top of our right knee. We're gonna bring our hands through the little nooks of our legs and pull that right knee up towards our chest. Just finding a really gentle stretch here. We can hold here for just a moment. Feeling this in our hamstrings. Let's take a couple breaths here. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. When we're ready, let's set that right foot back down. We're going to give our left leg some love here. So we'll take our hand and use that palm to brace that foot up towards the ceiling, finding like a half happy baby here, or dropping that knee to the side of our chest, just opening up our hips here, taking a second, deepening through that stretch, sending that knee to the side of our body. When we're ready, let's send that left leg up into the sky, pointing those toes up to the sky. We can find some ankle rolls here. Well, let's find some full leg rolls so we can just move that leg in a circle, pointing those toes up towards the ceiling. Let's get 3 more leg circles here, then we're going to lower this leg down and give the opposite side some love. And last one, let's drop back down to that glute bridge position. We're going to switch sides here, so we're going to give our opposite side some love, setting that knee on top of our opposite. Finding that keyhole position, pulling that left knee in towards our chest this time. It might feel a little bit different on one side than the other. Just embrace that knowledge of yourself, embrace that knowledge of our stretch. Alrighty, let's walk those hands to the base of our right foot this time. We can drop down our left foot down towards the mat. Alright, give our right foot some love here so we can find that happy baby position. Dropping that knee to the side of our chest. Heels facing up towards the sky. We can extend through that leg this time, pointing those toes up towards the ceiling. We can find some little leg circles here. Find a moment to roll out our ankles. Alrighty, let's drop that leg back down. We're going to pull both knees in towards our chest. Finding like a rotten egg here, we can rock side to side, up and down, giving ourselves a massage of our back here. Massage those shoulders on the mat, massage our hips on the mat. Well, ready? Let's walk those hands to our feet. We're gonna send those heels up towards the sky again, finding our full happy baby this time, just opening up those hips towards the sky. Knees. Just take a moment, find some joy in movement. We're ready, we can walk those hands to the nooks of our knees, and we can rock and roll on up from here. And send those feet to the sides of our bodies, and turn onto our side to find our find our tabletop position. Hands stacked underneath shoulders, knees stacked underneath hips. We'll take a moment here to find some freedom of flow. Inhaling to arch the back, tuck the pelvis. Take a look at the knees. In cat. Exhaling, dropping our belly button down towards the mat. Inhaling to arch the back. Exhaling to bow to find cow. Let's take 2 more at the pace of your own breath, finding some freedom of flow. We're on our last breath, and then we'll meet in neutral spine, halfway between cat and cow. Neutral spine. Let's take a moment here. We're going to lift our right fingertips, sending it behind our ear. We can inhale, send that elbow up towards the sky. Exhale, we're tucking that elbow underneath our opposite armpit. Inhaling to lift that elbow up towards the sky. Exhaling to tuck that elbow under our armpit. And let's get one more here. Inhaling. Exhaling, tucking. Let's return to neutral spine. Give our opposite side some love. Gently sending those fingertips behind our ears. We're sending those elbows up towards the sky. Exhaling to tuck that elbow. Let's get one more. Exhaling to tuck that elbow. Let's return to neutral spine, finding that tabletop position once again. We can take a moment here, sitting back onto our heels, walking those hands up towards the tippy top of our mat. Our chest and forehead comes down towards the mat. Let's walk those hands over to the left-hand side of our mat, drawing our left hand over our right, getting more of a stretch in that back. We're ready. Let's inhale, walk those hands back to center. Pausing for just a moment in center. Let's stretch through our back. See if we can send those fingertips a little bit further up on our mat. And then let's walk on over to that left-hand side of our mat. Oh, sorry, right-hand side of our mat. Stretching our right hand over our left this time. Getting more of a stretch in our back. Next inhale, let's walk those hands back to center. Taking a moment here, resting in child's pose. I want you to take a second and pull to the forefront of your mind something that you're excited for today. Something that you're nervous for, something you're looking forward to. Pull that anticipation to the front of our mind and let it drive us. We have so much ahead of us today. We are the only ones who can tackle it. How are we going to fully show up in our day today? How are we going to fully engage and interact with our life, with the people around us? What does it mean to show up as the best version of ourselves today? I also want you to take a moment here to thank yourself for setting this time aside in your day to prioritize connecting with ourselves, with our body, to prioritize finding some movement to start our day with. Thank your body for the hard work it does every day, the hard work it will do for you today, the hard work it's already done today. Thank each other for sharing this space and time. And when we're ready, we can walk those hands up towards our chest and come on up. Thank you guys so much for joining me for Pilates today. It's always so lovely to see you all. I hope you have a great day. I know you have incredible things ahead of you, and I'm excited for you. I will see you on Monday. I'll send out another poll if there's certain things we want to do, if there's certain music we want to listen to. How do we feel about core today? Good?